Okay, so I'm making another video in a response. Well, first of all, hi. How you doing? Where's the camera? How are you? I'm doing great. But yeah, I wanted to make this video in a response to my first video that I made, which was the molestation video that I made. I wanted to make this video because I seen that video had a lot of comments on it. Um, which I'm pretty shocked. Every time somebody comments on it, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe people are still watching that video. But it's it's a pretty it's my most commented and viewed video, and honestly I don't know how to feel about that because when I made that video, I actually didn't make that video um to be like a video. That video was literally me telling my dad and my grandma, what had happened to me and what I was dealing with because excuse me, I just ate. Because they never knew that that happened to me. Like my own dad didn't know. So the night that I made that video, I uploaded it and then I sent them the link on my phone, in a text message. So then they watched the video and we talked about it, and that's pretty much how I kind of, let them know. And then I just sort of forgot about the video and I started posting other stuff. But people are still watching that video and commenting on it, and I just want to say, like, I appreciate all the comments and all the people that comment on that video, but I also just want to kind of give you guys an update on how I feel about it because at that time, that video was almost 2 years old, I think. Almost, yeah. Probably like another 4 months. But when I made that video, I was really dealing with that really hard at the time. Like, it was pretty bad. And I think that video, when I made that video, and I just got it out and just for really, for the first time, really just expressed how I felt about it in entirety. Um, it really helped me, and I can say like today, like I don't even think about it anymore. It doesn't bother me anymore. I've moved past it. I moved on, and I finally feel like that burden is gone. Like I don't. I mean, before I made that video, I thought about it all the time. Now I've accepted what happened and I've just moved on, and I just kind of try to just make the best out of, whatever situation has come from that. And I've accepted I won't say consequences, but I've accepted the effects of how that has had on me. But I also understand that things can really only affect you as much as you allow them to affect you. Um, but it kind of took me some time to get to that point. But I will say, like, for the most part, I'm past it. I mean, as far as that, the family member that I was talking about in that video, um, I don't know that I would say that I forgive him. It's more, it's like I don't not forgive him and I don't forgive him. I just really don't care anymore. Like, it's like I definitely haven't forgotten, but it's like I don't care. Like, I'll never really have a relationship with that family member. I don't want to see that family member. I really just don't want anything to do with them as a person, like, at all. So it's like I don't care enough to forgive, and I don't care enough to not forgive. It's just water under the bridge at this point. Um, and that realization and my that feeling of just being whatever about the situation came after I made the video. Because before that, I hated that cousin. Like, I hated that cousin. I hated his kids. I hated his mom. I hated his sister. Everybody, everybody related. I just didn't. I didn't mess with that. But I've grown. I've grown, and I just moved on past it. And it really doesn't affect me. The only time where I sort of get a little, a little weird is during the holidays and like Thanksgiving and Christmas, because then that's when I am more prone to see this, this family. Um, and that can sort of make me uncomfortable because then it brings me back to that time, and it's like I want to forget about it and move on, And when I see these people, it brings it back. And I remember it brings back the feelings that I felt at the time, and it brings back the emotions and the anger, um, and it brings it back. So I try not to even be around that family. And I mean, I will say it does affect me during the holidays because, I go to my family's house and they're there. It's like, what do I do? It's like I don't even like this year. I didn't even go to one of my family members' Thanksgiving because I knew that it was going to be at this particular family's house. So I was like, I'm not going. My mom wanted me to go. Everybody was there, but I was just like, I can't do it. I don't want to go there because it's hard to explain. It's like I don't care that that happened, that situation happened. I'm over the situation. It's just that the memory and the energy of the family, the awkwardness. It's like that. It's like nobody else knows, but it's like I know. We know. We have this thing together. We have this secret that none of the other people know about. At least I don't think they do. And it's just that energy that I don't really care to relive every year. So I just choose not to really deal with that family. And it's unfortunate because they're my family, and I don't ever want to feel like I don't love my family, but I don't know. It's certain things that I'm still processing and getting over myself, but for the most part, it's whatever. Um, I will say like I definitely feel released of that for the most part. Like it doesn't bother me at all. Like I don't even think about it anymore until I'm in situations where I have to think about it. If that makes sense, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. Um, but yeah, that's really it. All I wanted to really say about that video. I really want to say thanks again for all the positive comments on that video. Because that video did take a lot for me to post. Like it really did. That video took a lot to post, especially telling my dad. And then when we had our talk about it, um, our talk, me and my dad's talk, it clarified a little bit of things. Like it made me feel a little better. But really, I don't know. My dad wasn't really. He took a little blame for it. He took some blame for that. And that was kind of messed up because he felt kind of bad because he didn't even know what happened. I'm telling him when I'm 23 years old, and he's like, "Bro, where did this come from?" Um, but he knew the crazy part is he watched the video and he knew who I was talking about because he said he always felt bad energy from this particular family. So he knew who I was talking about, which is crazy. Mind you, my dad hasn't even been around that side of my family that many times. So the fact that he caught that and he's only been around my family a handful of times was pretty interesting. But yeah, we talked it out. My grandma, we talked about it, and I learned a lot about situations they've been through in life, and it was really a good time. So I just say for anybody who is dealing with that kind of thing, I wouldn't say make a YouTube video about it. Maybe you can share your story, or maybe you just need to talk to the family, talk to your parents, or your family, anybody close to you, to just get it off of you. Cause I remember I've written it. I wrote about it in my journals so many times. I've written, expressed my feelings, and it just was nothing like saying it out loud. Um, that really, I felt like really helped it. It was really just talking about it, getting it out there vocally, really helped me. But yeah, I don't want to ramble in this video, but see you guys in my next video. Yeah, peace.